I am currently at Fancher-Davidge Park. It is April 1st and it is a beautiful day. It started out raining, sun came out, now it's over 70 degrees. And I am taking a quick ride from Fancher-Davidge Park to Maple Hill Park. And I'm going to, once we get there, I'm going to take a walk around this very short trail. And possibly afterwards, if it doesn't start to rain, I will run over to the reservoir trails. So let's start this drive and see how this goes. So currently this is Fancher-Davidge Park. This is the lake. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit busy because it's such a beautiful day. And we'll see how this goes. This is the first time I'm doing commentary while I drive, so we'll see how it turns out. A beautiful Saturday. All right. So that was the extended parking area, which is not paved. They threw basically loose asphalt, so it's not a nice paved road like parking lot like this one. This is the main parking lot, I would say. And now we're heading down along Fancher-Davidge Park. These are the playgrounds. Wow, it is busy. And everyone's taking advantage of this really nice day. So now we're on Oliver Avenue, and very soon we're going to make a left onto Monhagen Avenue, I believe. Okay, so we're making a left onto Monhagen Avenue. And as you can see, it's not really spring yet. None of the leaves are growing yet. I don't see any budding of any kind. We've got grass growing, but no flowers yet. It doesn't really look like a spring day, but it is nice and warm like a spring day. And now we're going to turn on Maryland Avenue. This is a nice little block. Usually I walk from one part to the next, and I'll sometimes walk through here. It's nice and quiet. What's that I hear? Oh, that's a fire chief. That was a fire chief. I don't remember what road this is. I'll tell you as soon as I see a sign here. This is West Main Street. I should have known that. And we're about to cross over the Monhagen Brook right about here, as you can see. And now I'm gonna make a turn on Maple Avenue, which is where the park is, but I'm not going into the main area, the main park area. I'm actually gonna pass the park, that large playground, which makes me wish I was a child again so that I can go inside there. I don't think they had playgrounds like that when I was a kid. But I'm gonna pass this area, past this little pond, because there's this little area in the back that I wanted to actually take a walk through. There's a little nature trail. So this is actually the pool that we're passing now. Hopefully they'll open this year. Now we're gonna make a turn on California Avenue. And we're gonna turn up here into this little, again, unpaved parking area where the actual trail is. You can see there's more parking on the right. There's a tennis court. But this is the trail. This is the parking area that I was talking about. There's a pavilion in the back that you can rent. But this is the start right here. This is the start of the Maple Hill Nature Trail. I'm just gonna park it right here for now. So this is the Maple Hill Trail. Hopefully I could get my gimbal to keep working, continue working. So we came from that area, past the main park in the distance. Not sure if you can see that from here. But this is the parking area for the trail. And this is the actual start of the trail. It's not a long trail. You could probably walk around it in 5 minutes if you're rushing. You take your time though, it's pretty nice. As you can see, they do have these little bird houses stationed around the trail. I've yet to see any birds use them. But it's still a nice little trail. It's not too rough. It's not paved, obviously, but it is pretty nice. And they have it cleared out with these tree branches. Unfortunately, every so often trees will fall, like this one right here. And it does take a while for someone to come in and actually clean it up. Now, maybe on my way back out, I'll try to move that. Ooh, it is a little bit breezy though. Now again, hopefully they'll keep this up a bit more when it gets warmer and people start using it. But I'm pretty sure this tree that fell down has been here all winter. Now, right now, there is very little, if any, growth. You can see a little bit of leaves growing on that little bush over there in the background. But for now, pretty much everything's still dormant. You might be able to see a little bit of growth right here. Of course, that's one of those thorny bushes which I can't stand because they grow everywhere and they make it impossible. So from what I can tell, the side of the trail is pretty much covered in that. At some point, this will completely fill up and it will actually be very difficult to see beyond these tree lines here. But for now, you can pretty much see all the way through the whole trail. And it is a beautiful day. Really nice. I think it's the first day that it's hit 70 since the summer ended. Again, another one of these birdhouses, which I don't see them use. There are plenty of birds. This area is actually known for having a lot of variety when it comes to birds. And as you can see, there's some, I don't know if you can see that, there's some grass growing. So yeah, we're getting there. I personally cannot wait until it gets like this consistently. I'm not actually looking forward to summer. But 70 degrees, that is to me the ideal temperature for doing things outdoors. Now, again, not too much going on here. Currently this is dry, but when it does rain a lot, it does actually get it does fill with water. Not to the point where it's like a pond or anything, but it does become a habitat for like frogs and amphibians and such. Now, you might be able to see in the distance, well, you can definitely hear it, I'm sure, but you can see in the distance major roadway. I forget what road that is, honestly, but it is a well-trafficked road. There's a lot of cars passing through there. In the summertime, once this fills up, you won't really be able to see it from here until you kind of get close to the road. I believe this road, if you take it all the way down, it ends up in by Dawson Avenue, I believe, and that whole little area, that whole little shopping area. I think you could also catch the highway from there. But again, nice little trail, nothing major. It's mainly just a quick thing to walk around and just, get away a little bit. Now, I'm still testing out this new microphone, so we'll see how well it does against this wind that I keep walking into. If it's too much, forgive me for that. Now, this area is usually very windy. Pretty much the entire part of Middletown, I believe, that I'm in is actually quite windy. In the summertime, the trees and the bushes, they tend to kind of soak up a lot of that wind and block it. So when you're in this kind of area, don't know if you can see that, there's a little bit of water pooling. In that little area, there's always going to be water. But in the summertime, this area doesn't really, you don't feel the wind as much when you walk through here. Right now, again, everything is pretty much barren. And then the trail kind of loops up here. You might be able to see the pavilion in the distance there. But this is it kind of hugs the main road. So unfortunately, that does take away from the experience, I would say, because there's a lot of traffic that comes through here. So you can't help but hear the cars. Now, let's look at this little path here. So this is kind of neat. They turned it into like a little crossroads type of situation. So you see some of it going that way, leading to the road. I have walked that road in the past. It's not the most fun road to walk, but it is good exercise. And then, as you can see, this leads on over to the pavilion in the distance. But if you keep walking through here, again, it looks like they haven't really cleaned this up in a while. Some of these thorny bushes here are making their way into the path, into the trail. There's a lot of fallen trees and a lot of just overgrown grass that was never cut, it seems. So unfortunately, with a lot of these trails, I've noticed that there really isn't anyone coming around to clean this up. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, it is a bit clearer over here now, and this is about the end of it. We're gonna have a little bend over there. It's going to turn and it's going to lead you right back into the parking lot. Very short. In the summertime, it is nicer. Again, it's a bit more lush and full of vegetation. And usually you hear and see a lot of different species of bird, if you're into that. But mainly it's just something to do. What I've noticed, or what I practiced, is what I'll do is I'll start at Fancher-Davidge Park. Oh, this wind is a bit much. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the audio too much. I'll keep my back to it. So I'll usually start from Fancher-Davidge Park and walk to this park, which is it could be about a 20 to 30 minute walk, depending on how you actually do it. And then walk through this park, enter this trail, walk around, and then make my way back to Fancher-Davidge Park. I think the whole thing is about 3 or 4 miles of walking. So it's very good exercise. Haven't been able to do it since, I would say, last summer, maybe even last spring. And this is the pavilion area, the grass area. So you could rent that for parties, and because you have this nice lawn here, you can have a safe spot for kids to run around. Just make sure they don't run into the road, because this road can get busy, especially in the summertime. Now, if you can see, that's the main road, and behind it are the tennis courts. So we're pretty much back where we started, or almost there. Now I believe you have to schedule or reserve the tennis courts. Don't know if you actually have to pay. I'm not a big tennis person, but I do know they are available. As you can see, there's a group now. If you can see, it's a bit far away for this camera, but there's a group getting ready to play tennis and practice. Now, there is a road here. I don't know if this is just for people that work for the Parks Department to come in and actually go to the pavilion and clean it up, or if this is for whoever rents it. They will actually have access to drive in there if they need to. As you can see, it's locked, and it looks like it has been locked for a while. And it clearly says no vehicles beyond this point. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just for employees who need to go there and do maintenance. And don't know why there's a lock here, but let's move that out the way. There is this as well, for anyone interested. And we are pretty much back at the trail start. So not a very long walk. If you're rushing, you're gonna do it in probably maybe less than 5 minutes, I would say. But it's still a very pretty walk. And those clouds up there do not look too friendly. Hopefully we can stay ahead of any rain, because I do want to move on from here and go to the reservoir trails, specifically the red trail. I only made one video on that. Didn't talk. I think I did a hyperlapse video, and it's a very difficult trail. So I wanted to go back, check it out. I haven't been there in over a year, and we're gonna check it out, see if they've cleared up some fallen trees that occurred in the previous winter, and also just see if we can actually make it up that hill. But okay, so this was the Maple Hill Park Nature Trail. And if you like this video, hit like. If you want to subscribe, I suggest you do. It would help me a lot. And if there are things you want to see, leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. And with any luck, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.